that's problematic, right? And I don't even know why I'm talking about him right now, because talking about him, knowledge of Cthulhu, it's already dangerous. Maybe I've already gone crazy in the little bit that I already know about Cthulhu, because that's what he gets. That's what he gives you, is insanity, right? It's baked into the mythos. You cannot escape the insanity from the knowledge. You can't separate these two. So Cthulhu comes from the works of H.P. Lovecraft. This is early 20th century writer who built this mythos around cosmic horror. Now, again, this guy is like 30 years ahead of Stephen King, but in the same area. So I think he's writing, his work was out like, I want to say in the 50s, like, I want to say that's when his work became really prevalent, which before Stephen King, but up in that northeastern part of America, right? So I think he operates out of Maine. So like the early, the 1930s to 1950s, I think when his work really came out. And what he did was reveal gods that were different than anything that we had seen before in the traditional sense. So very different than gods like Odin, who we saw, or even the Greek gods, who I mentioned as well in this. He crafted different kind of gods. They were not rulers of the humanity themselves. They were far worse. They were so vast. They were so ancient. They were so alien that human reality is actually irrelevant to them. They don't even care about us. Like, they know we're there only because they know everything. But do they care? No, they don't care enough to even come over and destroy us. We're literally that. Like, it's like right now, I know there's an ant hill in my front yard. There's some fire ants over there in my front yard. I know it. I don't really care that much. I'll probably do something about it because, like, I got to, right? Like my dogs, right? I got to keep my dogs safe. But that's what it is. In fact, we're probably less than those fire ants outside, because those fire ants can bite me and cause pain. We can't even do that. It's laughable. So he doesn't care about us. He actually lies dormant. He's at the sunken old city, Riley, which is deep beneath the Pacific Ocean. He's not dead. He's just asleep in the way that humans will understand. He's just waiting for what we don't even know. We don't know how much this time actually means to him. It could be minutes. This could be a nap for him. So he doesn't have a clean mythology. He's not about sacrifice himself. Okay? He's not sacrificing himself. That's the main thing. He is not sacrificing nothing. Okay? That is not who Cthulhu is. But he leaks into the world. He leaks into the world in a lot of very insidious ways. He comes to you through dreams and through madness. People who go crazy, who have moments where they hear him. And that moment of knowledge, right, when you connect with understanding Cthulhu, is called the encounter. So his story is told through what happens when people get close to him. We never hear his story. He's never said anything. In fact, we don't even know how he communicates. I don't know if he has a mouth under those tentacles. Like, just look at what he is. When he does communicate, you're destroyed. And there's stories about it. The Sailors and Riley, the Sunken City, is one of the old mythologies about him. It's one of the first ones that we see. And this is the Call of Cthulhu, where these group of sailors accidentally discover the city where he's sleeping at. And when they get there, the basics for how we perceive the world break down, right? It's like walking into a Salvador Dali painting. That's what I equate it to, right? I'm going to see if I can find something that will give you a sense of what I mean by this, right? Because this is among my favorite artists, and I think maybe he might have seen Cthulhu before we knew what Cthulhu was. Because this guy's stuff is totally out there. It's almost like you're walking into a cartoon world. This is what he represents. Let me see if I can find it. This is one of my favorite paintings. And you know what? I gotta get another one of these, man. I gotta get another one of these Salvador Dali prints because, of course, I don't have any oil. But this is the guy here, right? And you can see his perception of the world is completely changed. It's a lot of symbolism here, but a lot of crazy things that would not work. Our understanding of the reality would not allow this to exist. We are the thing that breaks down. Not it, not that system, because it's greater than us. So this breaks our understanding of the world, which is what I think Salvador Dali was kind of showing here. Now, this is not about a reference to Cthulhu, but it is a reference to like an altered perception of the world and how the physics of this world don't hold up when we get into the other world. You go mad. Now, here's the thing. He is not a villain. Like when Cthulhu emerges, he's not a villain. He's not even here to conquer you. He didn't care. But he is so intense. He is so incomprehensible that the human mind literally fails. Your mind will stop. You ever try to do something in your computer, it's way too much data, and it just shuts down? That's what's going to be you. You're going to shut down. Your brain is going to go instantly mad. You're going to collapse into hysteria. You can't even process what you're seeing. It's like that little wheel in your windows is spinning and nothing happens. That's you. That's where you're going to be the moment that you see Cthulhu. You're never the same. You are altered by just understanding he exists. He reaches people through their dreams. Artists like this, cultists, sensitive minds, they see him. Cities, alien symbols, the reality that this does not align with human logic in any way. And we're the ones that are wrong. We think our understanding of the world is the understanding of the world. It is not. Cthulhu's got a whole different thing for you. And that's the thing. He breaks you. You do not break him. Now, what he does, what he is doing, what he's been doing, is flipping the entire idea of what knowledge is, what your set of knowledge is. With Odin, knowledge is something that you pursue. With Cthulhu, knowledge is something that happens to you. When you see this, like you open up, you're like, uh-oh. You're right? You ever get that moment? You're looking at something, you're like, uh-oh, I should not have seen this. I never wanted to see this, right? That's what this stuff is here. There's no reward for it, and it's not even meant to be a reward. Nobody promised you a reward for going to see Cthulhu because there ain't a reward for it, okay? The reward is if you get through it, which you're probably not. You would have to have an exceptional mind to get through what Cthulhu is. Now, I'm kind of hoping that by taking it in tiny bits, I can kind of just expand my brain without totally collapsing it, but who knows what's going to happen. Cthulhu does. He absolutely does. So this is not enlightenment. This is not even mastery. You are not a master of anything. The best you can be is a survivor. This is only about realization. That reality is far larger, stranger, and more different than the human mind can handle. We are a small processor in a very high, powerful, double dual processor, 8-core world. You do not become wiser by learning this stuff. You simply become unstable, right? Which is maybe I'm unstable because I'm sitting here passing stuff on you. And that's how it works. Maybe I'm destabilizing you guys right now by showing you images of Cthulhu and talking about it. Maybe this is the process by which he leaks all up into your mental mind. And I'm sorry, not sorry, sorry, not sorry, right? I'm supposed to share knowledge is what I do. And here's the thing, I'm going to warn you right now because I am your homie, right? Even though I just did you wrong, just did you dirty. Now that you know about Cthulhu, you can't adapt. There's no adapting to him. There's no transition to him. What happens is you're going to collapse and you're going to go crazy. And it should be all right. It's going to be all right. There are some truths that your mind just cannot comprehend, and this is one of them, right? What he is. This destroys the framework for which you perceive the world. Now, Odin sought knowledge and paid a price, but Cthulhu, this dude is something entirely different. He's not a seeker. He himself is the truth that breaks the one who finds it. That's the reward. Come here if you want to, and you'll see what's going to happen. And it's relentless, right?